Well, hello. Today I'm going to go over preparing your image to do a value scale painting. So this is something that we've done in class. I want to make sure that everyone is comfortable with it. Obviously, if you run into any problems, do not hesitate to contact me. I'm always happy to help. But what I did was I got an image, and that's really the first thing I asked everyone to do is to get a simple image. This image here, to be honest, is a little bit more complex. If you haven't done a lot of painting, you don't need to pick something that, has so much detail like the hands and the jewelry and the teeth. This is a lot. But you don't have to pick something with this much detail. You can pick an object. You don't even have to pick a face or a figure. Okay. But once you pick that simple image, you're going to want to desaturate it and then break down the image so that you can easily see the light source and where's your lightest lights and your darkest darks. And so that's what we're going to do today. Now I opened this up in Photoshop. But I know that we are working on a 9 by 12 paper. So I'm going to go to Photoshop to File and click on New. And I'm actually going to create a document that is 9 by 12. So again, I went to File, New, and once I got there, and looking at this piece, I know it's in a landscape mode, so I'm going to click on landscape and I'm going to have my width, um, I'll have it at 12 and my height at 9, right? So again, your paper, your Bristol board should be 9 by 12. And I'm going to make sure that my resolution is 300 because I know we're going to print these out. Stay in RGB color, and I'm going to click yes. So now I have this, but I actually need to get this onto there. Okay. So there's different ways I can do it. This is the old value one that we did. And there it is. But this is the one that we're concerned with now. And I'm just pulling the image from my original document and just placing it here. When we see that blue X across it, we know that we need to hit the return because it's trying to place it and we're saying yes. But we also see something on what is called phase 3 layer. And that is telling us it's a smart object layer. And I really don't want it as that. So I'm going to rasterize it. So I have to right click on my keyboard or on my mouse and go down to rasterize image or rasterize layer, which is right here. And you see it, how it changes the layer icon. So what I also do is I duplicate that layer because I'm going to make some changes, but I like having one of a layer of that image untouched. You can even lock it if you want, so that if I do something I really hated, I can always go back. Okay. So I'm gonna first desaturate it. Now, let's be clear, there's a few things. Notice how this image, if I bring it down, that would make more sense because of the way her body is positioned. But I can change this background. I can change some things, but I want to first start off with just drawing by observation so I can learn something. So we said we wanted it desaturated, so I'm going to go to Image, and I'm going to go to Adjustments. So that's Image, Adjustments, and then I'm going to come all the way down to Desaturation. When I click on that, what that does, as you can see, is it changes this to sort of a gray scale. And once I have that, I'm going to actually kind of balance it. So I'm going to go back to Image and Adjustments. I'm going to click on Levels. And I'm just gonna see if I can tweak it a little bit to make it a little bit more visually interesting. Okay. And now I'm going to go to filter. I'm going to go to filter gallery. And when I do that, I'm going to go to the left corner where it says 100%, and I'm going to click on fit to view. And so it reduces that size for me. So you can see now that I have it in the filter gallery, um, I clicked on cut out. And with that in mind, you can see how it's changing how I see these shapes, which is a nice simplified way of doing it. Now I'm on number of levels 7, which is a lot because you can start on 4, okay? This one looks okay at 4, but if you weren't okay, you want to put more detail, you could put it at 5, and paint it that way. But I'm going to keep it at 4 because, as I said, keep it simple. And I can see some of the lightest lights, like her teeth, and then the next to the lightest, etc., going down, which is going to really help me, okay? Because you've done value scales, and now you're putting those value scales to a form. So if I'm happy with that, I'm going to click OK. So now that I've accepted the filter setting, I'm really good. I can go ahead and print this out now, okay? And I can begin my drawing before you do your painting. Keep in mind that the drawing should be loose. Um, So you can start it off with a light box, doing some simple tracing of it. And then once you're done with that, really look at the drawing and refine it a little bit and prepare it for painting. Okay? So see if you can get this far. We'll be talking about physical painting very shortly. But first, you want to get this image. Okay? All right. Hope to see you in class. Bye.